Republicans are doing everything they can to defend Donald Trump. They are relying on nonsense, on lies, they're making things up. And in some cases, they're arguing, no, Donald Trump is just joking. Now, they're specifically arguing that when Donald Trump very publicly urged China to investigate the Bidens, he wasn't being serious. In fact, here's Senator Marco Rubio making that point.
Do you think it's okay for President Trump to ask China to launch an investigation of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden?
I don't know if that's a real request or him just needling the press, knowing that you guys were going to get outraged by it. He's pretty good at getting everybody fired up, and he's been doing that for a while. And the media responded right on task.
But you're one of the loudest critics of China and its human rights abuses. I mean, is it okay for him to ask to say that?
I don't think it's a real request. I think he did it to gig you guys. I think he did it to provoke you to ask me and others and get outraged by it. Like I said, I mean, he plays it like a violin and everybody falls right into it. But that's not a real request.
Okay, so let's break that down. Two very important parts of it. First of all, Rubio implicitly acknowledges there, if it was a real request, it would be deeply problematic, because he never answered the question. They're like, should you ask China to help you against your political opponents? Rubio's like, it's crazy to even think that anyone would say that in real life. Except Trump did say it, and he was not remotely kidding. We showed you the video, it's clear as day. So thank you very much, Marco Rubio, for admitting that it would be outrageous and obviously illegal. Okay, so now let's go to the second part. This is the defense that Republican senators are making. It's no longer just like the deplorables online. United States senators are going, oh, Donald Trump, he's a prankster. He's a court jester. So he admits crimes on national television just to troll the press. Even if that were true, and obviously it's not true, even if that were true, do you think that's the best use of a president's time? Oh, he likes to admit things that aren't true just as a joke so he can troll the media so that you guys can be outraged over law breaking. Yeah. Well, first of all, shouldn't the media be outraged by law breaking, or are they supposed to? Does Marco Rubio want them to have the reaction of, oh, Donald Trump just admitted a crime on TV? Oh, he's so funny. Bravo, Donald Trump. We're not gonna fall for it. Even though you admitted a crime, we're not gonna do anything for it, anything about it. And Democrats, you also shouldn't do anything about his law breaking, because oh my God, that he'd be owning the libs.
So stupid.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is the dumbest thing. And look, when you don't have the facts on your side and you find yourself defending the criminal actions of the president, well then you really don't have anything in your corner to resort to as a way of defending him. So this whole thing about, no, Trump is just joking around. He's a literal troll. That's the thing, it's crazy, and hearing Marco Rubio say it makes you think like, man, that is pathetic, but it's catching on. This is a talking point that we're now seeing among other members of the GOP. Take a look.
It's appropriate for President Trump to ask China and Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden.
George, you really think he was serious about thinking that China's going to investigate the Biden family?
Well, I doubt if the China comment was serious, to tell you the truth.
When you look at you watch what the president said. He's not saying China's investigating.
I don't think anyone in America really believes, except people maybe in the press and some Democrats in Congress, really believe.
But I know he loves to bait the press, and he does that almost every day to see what you'll talk about.
Like Marco Rubio, he was just trolling China. He was just having fun.
As I think Senator Rubio said a couple days ago, I think he's getting the press all spun up about this. Again, I think Senator Rubio said it best. I think Senator Rubio had it exactly right.
Joking or in any way not serious when he suggested that the Chinese should investigate the Bidens?
I don't honestly know.
All right, well, at least Kudlow is smart enough to say, I don't know. But let's go to what Trump very publicly asked China to do just last week.
It's a very simple answer. They should investigate the Bidens, because how does a company that's newly formed, and all these companies, if you look at, and by the way, likewise, China should start an investigation into the Bidens, because what happened in China is just about as bad as what happened with Ukraine.
Oh, is that Trump joking around?
Nobody
is that
thinks
him
that's
trolling?
joking. If you say that's joking, you're a goddamn liar and you know it. You know it, right? So look, we know when he's joking. Like when he came up and he said at a similar kind of press conference, "I'm the chosen one," and looked up at the sky. He was joking about some crazy stuff that he'd said earlier. He wasn't joking about the original, but he was joking about being the chosen one. You can tell when he's joking. That was not a joke. That was not remotely a joke. You know it wasn't a joke. And the fact that none of them will answer the question shows you definitively they all know it's illegal. Their only defense is that it's a joke. So now let's go to point number 2. So imagine if this kind of insanity existed back when Nixon was in charge. And the Republican defense of Nixon was, when he was just trolling you guys when he broke into Watergate. Oh man, the media fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Man, he's living rent-free inside the Washington Post head. Man, he trolled the hell out of Washington Post. All they do is write about him owning the libs. By the way, they literally would have said that, okay? And now you want to say, hey, well, that's 2 criminal Republicans. How about if Obama did it or Hillary did it? Could you imagine? The Democrats' defense of Benghazi is, yeah, we're just owning the cons. Benghazi, owning you guys. All you do is talk about it. How about Hillary's emails? Man, we own the living F out of you guys. Because all you'll do is talk about her emails. Got you, right? Oh, Hillary was just joking when she had a private server in her house. She was just joking. Oh, you guys didn't get it, idiots. You're not in on the jokes. We owned you. This is how stupid they are.
Yeah.
This is how stupid they are.
And I do have to remind you guys of a story that broke last week as well. We covered it on the show, but Trump urged China to investigate the Bidens, not only during that chopper talk segment, but also in a report that we shared. This is what happened. So during a phone call with President Xi on June 18th, Trump raised Biden's political prospects as well as those of Senator Elizabeth Warren, who by then had started rising in the polls, according to 2 people familiar with the discussion. In that call, Trump told President Xi he would remain quiet on Hong Kong protests as trade talks progressed.
What a funny joke. Investigating my political, while I'm on the phone with the leader of China and we're having incredibly serious talks about trade negotiations and whether I'm going to support the people they're trying to crush in Hong Kong that are leading Democratic protests. Just kidding around, man. Yeah, Biden, investigating my political opponents. Just kidding, right? Now, by the way, look, the people who actually believe that online that are MAGA guys are painfully stupid. They were part of a cult. They've completely lost control of their own minds. And whatever the cult leader says, they say, oh, of course that is true. He was joking. He is owning the libs by being a moron and admitting crimes on TV. Okay, those guys are useless. I got it. Those Republican senators, they're not that stupid. And the congressmen, they're the most dishonest people in America. They know he wasn't joking. They know 100% certainty. You see, this is why people hate politicians. They see slimy people like Jim Jordan get up there and go, oh, I think he was joking, he can't be serious. When he knows for 100% certainty that he wasn't joking. Because Jim Jordan is a slime ball. He's a greasy politician that lies for a living. That's who he is.
And it goes beyond the lies, because what they're doing is enabling Donald Trump to break the law and also jeopardize our democratic process by allowing him to encourage foreign leaders to dig up dirt on his political rivals. So they're undemocratic. They don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in the rule of law. They are enabling a criminal president.
And there's a legal term for that. It's called conspiracy after the fact. So Jim Jordan and Marco Rubio, Blunt, et cetera, were not on the call with him, didn't tell Trump, hey, make sure that you try to bribe the Ukrainians and get dirt on Biden. They didn't tell him to bring that up in China. But they know it afterwards. They know it with absolute certainty. And they turn around and go, well, let me aid and abet the criminal afterwards so he can get away with his crimes. That is also a crime. It's conspiracy after the fact. And that's what they are. The Republican Party is doing en masse. A bunch of thug criminals who want to let their cult leader skate on obvious law breaking. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.